Om Shanti, Baba's Sakar Murli, 20th of August 2021. Essence. Sweet children, in order to become the Father's right hands, become righteous in everything. Always perform elevated actions. Question. Which sanskar causes many obstacles in service? Answer. Because of the natures and feelings of souls, there is a conflict of sanskars, and many obstacles are caused in service. A lot of damage is caused by conflicting opinions. The evil spirit of anger is such that it doesn't take long for someone even to oppose God. This is why Baba says, "Sweet children, if you have any such sanskar, remove it." Song. My fortune having awakened, I have come. Om Shanti. You, sweetest spiritual children, heard the song. You spiritual children, that is, you souls, who are the children of Shiv Baba, the Supreme Spirit, heard the song through the physical organs of your bodies. You children now have to become soul conscious. A lot of effort is required for this. Repeatedly consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. This effort is incognito. The Father is incognito, and He makes you make incognito effort. The Father Himself comes and says, "Children, remember me, and you will once again become Satopradhan, just as you did 5,000 years ago." You children understand that you were Satopradhan and that you have now become Tamopradhan. You definitely do have to become Satopradhan. In the song it says, "Only the one Almighty Authority Father inspires you to make effort once again to attain the fortune that you lost, because He purifies everyone." The Father explains to the children, "O spiritual children, you have now come to make your fortune." Those students go to school to make their fortune. They are only small children. You are no longer small. You have now grown up and are mature. You are making your fortune. Yes, there are some who are old. It is better to study when you are young than when you are old. The intellects of those who are young are better. This is very easy for everyone. Your bodies have grown large. This one is a baby and wouldn't be able to understand much because his organs are still small. You can understand about defamation and praise, happiness and sorrow. The soul is just a point. Its body continues to grow. Souls always remain the same size. They never grow larger or smaller. The Father is now giving you musk as a gift for your intellects, because intellects have become completely Tamopradhan. They are now becoming clean. These pictures are very useful for you to explain with. People on the path of devotion go and bow down in front of the deity idols and worship them. Previously, you too used to go there with blind faith. You used to go to the Shiva temple, but you didn't know that he was Shiv Baba. You definitely receive the inheritance from Baba. This is why his praise is sung. When someone has done something very good in his lifetime, he is praised. You should make a stamp of Shiv Baba. The stamp of Shiv Baba, the sermonizer of the Gita, can be created very easily. That father gives happiness to everyone. The father says, I make you into the masters of the land of happiness. Even the old mothers can understand that they have come to Shiv Baba, the one without an image, and that he has entered this one with an image, brackets this body. The incorporeal one is said to be the one without an image. It is in your intellects that you are going to Shiv Baba, who has adopted this image temporarily. He purifies the impure and grants them liberation and liberation in life. That is, he makes them into residents of the land of peace and the land of happiness. People try so hard to attain peace. If they found God, they would find peace. They don't make any effort for happiness. They just want to go to the Father's home and find God. Everyone at this time wants liberation. Only you Brahmins receive liberation in life. All others want liberation. There is no one who can show you the path to liberation in life. People go to the sannyasis and ask them for peace. They ask, how can we have peace of mind? The paths they show are all for going into liberation. It doesn't enter their intellects what eternal liberation is, brackets moksha. They get distressed and so they say, it is better to go into liberation. In fact, the land of liberation is the residence of souls. All the children at all the centres know that we are claiming our fortune of the kingdom for the new world. Baba is giving us the kingdom of the new world. Where will he give it? Will he give it in the old world or in the new world? The Father says, I come at the confluence age. I neither come in the golden age nor in the iron age. I come in between the two ages. The Father grants everyone salvation. He does not leave anyone in a state of degradation. Salvation and degradation cannot both exist at the same time. You children know that this old world is to be destroyed. This is why you must have no love for it. The intellect says that we truly are at the confluence age now. This old world is to change. The Father has now come and he says, I come at the confluence age of every cycle to liberate you from sorrow and take you to the gateway to Hari, brackets remover of sorrow. This is an aspect of knowledge. Haridwar is the gateway to Krishna or the land of Krishna. Acha. There is then also the Lakshman swing. First you go to Haridwar. The golden age is called Haridwar. Then they also show Rama, Lakshman, etc. Those things don't really exist. They are just stories people have made up. How many brothers have they shown Rama having? He cannot have 4 brothers. It is only here that someone would have 4 or 8 brothers. On the one side, there are the children of God, and on the other side, there are the children of the devils. Now, you know that Shiv Baba has entered the body of Brahma. Shiva is Baba and Brahma is Dada. He is the father of humanity, brackets Prajapita. That one is the father of souls. He is eternal. That one creates Brahmins at this time. It isn't that Shiv Baba creates saligrams. No. Saligrams are imperishable. The Father just comes and purifies you. Until a soul becomes pure, how could his body become pure? When we souls were pure, we were satopradhan. We souls are now impure and tamopradhan. How can we once again become satopradhan? This is something that can easily be understood. You have become impure and tamopradhan because alloy has become mixed in you. You now have to become satopradhan once again. All of you will settle your accounts and go to the land of peace and the land of happiness. How do souls come down from the incorporeal home? The memorial of that is how the Christians place lights on a tree and celebrate. You know that all the branches are different religions. You have now received the knowledge of how souls come down from up above, number-wise. The land of peace is the home of us souls. It is now the confluence age. All souls will come down from there, and then everyone will return home. Total annihilation doesn't take place. You know that you have come to Baba to make your fortune and to claim your self-sovereignty once again. This is not just said for the sake of it. We will receive our inheritance by having remembrance. The Father says, forget your bodies, including your bodily friends and relatives. There is the one with an image and the one without an image. The one without an image is called the one who cannot be seen. These matters are very subtle. Souls are so tiny. They have to play their parts again and again. These things are not in anyone else's intellect. First of all, make people understand that they are souls and that He is their Father. He is the one they remember when they say, O Purifier, O God. There is no need to go anywhere else. Therefore, they should only remember the one. Since they remember God, they will definitely receive something from Him. Therefore, what need is there to stumble from door to door? God would have to come from the supreme abode. We cannot go there because we are impure. Impure ones cannot go there. You are now amazed at how wonderful the path of devotion is. People remember the one God and say, O Ishwar, O Supreme Father, O God the Father. Since He is only one, why should you stumble around elsewhere? That one resides up above. However, all of this is fixed. They all perform devotion according to the drama. They perform devotion without any understanding at all. You are now becoming sensible in an unlimited way. Only those who follow Srimad become sensible. They cannot remain hidden. They always perform elevated tasks. The Father says, I am the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, and so you children should become just as sweet. You should become the Father's right hands. The Father only loves such children because they are right hands. You know that you cannot do as much with your left hand because the right hand only does that which is righteous. This is why the right hand is used for an auspicious task. Worshipping is always done with the right hand. The Father says, become righteous in everything. You have found the Father, and so there should be that happiness. The Father says, constantly remember me alone, and your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. There is only one direction to bring you salvation. It is remembered that only God knows his ways and means for salvation. Only he is the purifier. He knows that he will purify human beings and that he will send them into salvation from degradation. They make so much effort on the path of devotion, but they don't receive salvation. They don't receive any fruit. Only the one Father grants salvation. Whoever devotees worship with love on the path of devotion, I am the one who grants them the fruit of that. That too is fixed in the drama. They automatically receive it depending on their efforts. Now, you children too have to become pure by making your own efforts. The Father says, remember the sweetest Father. Only he is the almighty authority. He makes us so good. You now know everything and are also claiming your inheritance from the Father. Your intellects have the knowledge of the Creator and creation. You know that you didn't have this knowledge previously. To hold sacrificial fires and do tapasya, to listen to scriptures, etc., is all knowledge of the scriptures. That is called devotion. There is no aim or objective in that. There is an aim and objective in a study. There is one type of knowledge or another. The Purifier Father gave us the knowledge of how to become pure from impure. The Father gave us the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world, and also how the cycle turns. All of us are actors in this. This play is created eternally. You should definitely have this unlimited knowledge. You children know that you are now coming out of extreme darkness and going into extreme light. You are now becoming deities. You also have to explain that the deity religion is the original eternal religion, and that it is now called the Hindu religion. Gradually, they too will understand this. You children have to become very alert. A lot of children are needed for this. You have to hold a conference in Delhi. Delhi is also called the Land of Angels. It was by the same banks of the river Jamuna. Delhi is the capital. It has been ruled by many. It was also the capital of the deities. There should be a very big conference in Delhi. However, Maya is such that she doesn't allow you to do this. She creates many obstacles. Nowadays, there is also a lot of conflict of natures. Children should do service in unity with one another. When those people are not in harmony, their kingdom is lost. When there are two parties, they overthrow the president. Duality of opinion causes a lot of damage. They don't take long, then, even to oppose God. a lot of damage is caused. When the evil spirit of anger comes, don't even ask. This is why Baba says, the jaggery knows and the bag of jaggery knows. The Father is telling you, children, the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. Whether you imbibe this or not is up to you. It depends on your efforts. It isn't that Baba would bless any of you or have mercy for you. There is no question of asking for mercy here. The Father says, if I had to teach knowledge and yoga through inspiration, why would I come into this dirty world? Inspiration, blessings, these are words of the path of devotion. Here you have to make effort. There is no question of inspiration. You have received 3 engines at the same time. There, the Father is separate from the teacher, and later on you also have a guru. Here, all 3 are together. The Father says, I am making you worthy of worship. You will then become worshippers. This has to be explained very tactfully. It shouldn't be that someone faints. The first and main thing to explain is about the 2 fathers. God is the Father. His birthday, Shiv Jayanti, is celebrated here. He must definitely be making us into the masters of heaven. Heaven was in Bharat alone. The Mahabharat war is now just ahead for the destruction of hell. The Father definitely carries out the establishment of the new world. It is according to the Father's Srimad that we say, we will definitely make Bharat pure. Acha? To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap Dada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dana. 1. Just as the Father is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, so, too, become equal to the Father. Become very sweet. Constantly perform righteous actions and become a right hand. 2. Never allow there to be a conflict of opinion. Don't be caught up with anyone's nature and so oppose one another. Remove the evil spirit of anger. Blessing. May you transform complaints, brackets faryad, into remembrance, brackets yad, and become a natural and constant yogi. The speciality of the confluence age is that you make effort now and instantly receive its fruit. 1 minute you are an embodiment of remembrance, and you immediately experience attainment. The future is guaranteed, but even more elevated than the future is the elevated present fortune. Maintain the intoxication of this fortune, and you will have natural remembrance. Where there is remembrance, there cannot be complaints. What can I do? How can I do this? I cannot do this. Give me some help. These are complaints. So stop complaining and become a natural and constant yogi. Slogan. Those who move along while considering themselves to be guests experience the stage of greatness. Om Shanti.